Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 28 of 40 Something Podcasts, now with Blast Processing. I'm Trevor Schaefer, and that guy right there is. What's your name?
I'd be Jerry Mullen. I'm this way.
Well, to me, you're that way. So.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't care. I'm on the screen.
You're on the screen.
I'm here, so.
Doing it down and dirty this week without the soundboard and intro and,
all the malarkey that makes this show cool, yet nobody watches, so.
Actually, believe it or not, I have actual physical proof in server logs that people listen to this. Watching it, not so much. Listening to it, yes. I wouldn't want to see myself, I'll be honest. I have a face for radio.
I watch it every fucking time. I watch it completely.
Honestly, I can't even listen to a podcast I've been on because it's like, I've been there, I've done that. Why do I need to rehash the conversation?
Oh, it's hilarious. But you know why I really listen to it? Because it's almost for the same reason. I've lived it. I know what the conversation is. So if I put it on right before bed, I fall completely asleep. Kelly's like, you listen to yourself talk. Yeah, and I said, apparently me talking makes me go to sleep. So
I do have to apologize, sir. I know I kept you waiting for the Skype call, but I lost track of time playing a certain game that came out called Ion Fury.
Oh, boy. I'm so excited for this game.
It sucks you in. Oh my god. I updated it this morning because I had the early access version. Updated to the full version this morning, and this is the first time I really got to sit down and play, and holy shit. I came down here at 7:30, and before I knew it, you were calling me. Skype was coming over the speakers, and I'm like, fuck, what time is it already?
It really is. You know, I watched 3 reviews about it. 3 people I kind of trust online. I sent you one, and you watched the other one. Yep. But there's another guy I like, too. And they all said the same thing. It says, welcome back to 1996.
Absolutely.
Feels like home, baby. Feels just like home.
If you like, the best way I could put this is if you like Duke Nukem, Blood, and Rise of the Triad, kiss your life goodbye, because this is exactly what it is. The humor in it is straight out of Duke Nukem, slightly updated for today's cultural references, which is great. But there's still, I mean, there's love there for the 90s players, the 90s characters, the 90s style, and I mean, it's like beautiful.
It is. Now, if we could just get a crossover game with her and Duke, I mean, this would be fucking phenomenal.
Not going to happen with the properties.
I know, because they're with the properties, they're not owned by the same one anymore.
But trust me, Duke is there.
Oh, I know. There's some cardboard cutouts with his head blown off.
Oh, no. I mean, like, you go over to an ATM machine, you hit it, it starts spitting out quarters, and the computer goes, shake it, baby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, there's some fun stuff like that.
I know, like, my favorite thing I've heard Shelly say, because that's the Bombshell is her name, is, oh my God, the quarterback is toast. That's one of my favorite lines from Die Hard, and now it's in a game, that game. So I did play the early access, but I didn't play it correctly.
Correctly? You cheated.
Yeah. No, I obtained a copy in the gray market.
Okay, yes. You did not obtain it from Steam.
Yeah, I obtained a gray market copy.
Understood.
So, but I played through the entire first level, and it was, I forget what the level was called, but I played through the entire, and it's hard as shit.
Now, is this Ion Fury or Ion Maiden? The
this is Ion Maiden. I played Ion Maiden.
It's completely different. That stage isn't the first stage anymore.
Well, I was just saying, that's my experience with
it is hard. It's a good kind of hard. But the thing I will say is...
So good it hurts?
So good it hurts. The levels are freaking huge. I can't tell you how many times in the first few levels I actually got lost. And...
Good.
No, I was saying, and they're not like Duke and everything where, okay, when you finish a board... your stats come up, okay, I got this many kills, this. It just loads seamlessly into the next level. So you're just walking through a hallway and it goes loading, boom, you're right there. And I can't tell you how many times I'm like, did I go down here and I see loading and I'm like, shit, I just went back a level. Turn around.
Yeah. They say it's useful to help you find secrets that you missed because it's loaded with secrets.
And before you leave a level, it'll tell you how many secrets are left that you did not find.
Yeah, that would piss me off. That would just my OCD would be like, where the fuck is it?
I was about to go, I think it's the 4th level. And as I was about to leave, it goes, a little pop-up comes up. It goes, there are still 12 secrets left in this level. And I'm like, no, I want to keep fighting.
Yeah. I think it's a great, it's part of this, like, throwback genre that has emerged over the last couple of years, you know. Throwback shooters are a thing now, and this one definitely is going to kind of kill them all.
But this is a true This is a true throwback, though. This is built on the build engine, even though they updated it to Unity so it could run on modern hardware. This is the actual build engine used to make Duke, Blood, Shadow Warrior. I mean, all the great 3D Realms games. This is the same exact engine.
Or what? William Shatner's Tech War.
Yeah, we should have stopped there.
Yeah. Shut it down. Or Nom, you know?
Oh, I actually paid money for Nom. I feel bad.
I remember borrowing it off you, and it sucked.
It sucked hard.
Duke Nukem's sprite replacement, you know? It was
like, it still had Duke's voice in it.
Yeah, in spots it did. So, I'm sorry, I'm keeping an eye on the puppy. He's treacherous.
Well, I can hear your TV loud, so whatever you're watching, it sounds funny.
It's the kids.
They're
watching. My daughter has a friend over tonight, staying over, and the 3 of them are out there watching that garbage. It's some show where they fucking smash fruits and under car tires or something. I don't know.
Oh, don't say smash fruits. We grew up with Gallagher. That's what that was.
I know. And you know what? I see memes about Gallagher to this day, which makes me feel old, but not that old that I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So reasons. So, I don't know, man. We don't have a lot to talk about this week, so we're going to have to really, like...
I got one thing to talk about. I got something in the mail yesterday. I got my copy of Soul Calibur Legends for the Wii, which now completes my Soul Calibur collection on all the hardware that I own. There are still 2 games out there I don't own, which is Soul Calibur something for the PSP, and then Soul Calibur 6, which is on the current gen, but I don't own a current gen console except for the Switch, and I don't own a PSP. So eventually I'll pick those up, but...
I never played Soul Calibur Destiny. I think that's what that is. Broken Destiny is on the PSP, I think.
Let's find out.
I never played that game. I know Kratos is in it because, you know, he makes an appearance everywhere.
Let's see here. Soul Calibur PSP, Broken Destiny. Yeah, good memory.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
You get a cookie.
You know, I get a cookie. So, and I was trying to look up something else. So I could talk about what we talked about right before we came on because Trevor didn't want me to blow it for him.
Yes, but I want to say one more thing. Remember how I texted you that I was pissed off that I forgot they made a Soul Calibur for the Wii? John Hancock did a video, I think 2 or 3 days ago, about how now's a great time for collecting for the Wii U. And then I found out that they made a copy of Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for the Wii U. So I'm not 1 game away from completing my Tekken collection. I'm now 2 freaking games behind.
Sons of bitches.
So.
All right, so in the recent weeks, if you follow the CW shows or the WB or whatever the fuck it is these days.
I don't.
I used to, but there's so many of them now, you can't keep up.
Well, my wife just got done binging all, I think, 3 seasons are right now of Riverdale. That was her summer show that she binged. Oh.
Based on the Archie comics?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You know, they were... Never mind. So, so the DC television universe, which they call the Arrowverse, because that show kind of started all this shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's Arrow and Supergirl and the Legends of Tomorrow, the Flash, and then there's Black Lightning, and then Batwoman's going to be a show. Okay, whatever there. So they're going to have the legendary Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was a big comic book thing years ago. And, the Arrowverse has already crossed boundaries and everything. Like, Supergirl in this show was in another dimension. So they combined it somehow. I don't know how the shit they do that either. That's because they do it with a pencil. Essentially is how they do it.
Money. Yeah. That's how they do it.
Yeah. So they're going to have this big crossover event in December of this year through January of 2020. But you're going to see the return of the television Superman, the ones that plays it on Supergirl. Nobody knew who this guy was. His name's Tyler Hoechlin, or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I'm bad at that. So, but Brandon Routh, who played Superman before, he plays Ray Palmer, the Atom, on the TV show. But he's going to don the Superman outfit again to play another dimension Superman, which is cool.
I guess.
As much as people don't like, I like Superman Returns. So
I tried to watch it and fell asleep during it, and I was like, no.
So, and then you're going to get Burt Ward, who is the original Robin.
So wait. This is all going to be live action.
Yeah.
So we're going to get Burt Ward, who...
Burt Ward's not playing Robin. They said he's in an undisclosed part.
Okay, I was going to say, because, I mean, that's...
Excuse me.
Let's see here. How old is Burt Ward?
2,000 years old.
No, let's see here. He was born in 1954.
So he's 46, 56. What is he? 46.
Let's see
60.
Here. I don't know.
He's 65 years old?
74.
74. I'm
74.
Sorry. All right, so he's going to play an undisclosed part. But they're trying to get anybody who played characters in the DC universe over films and things like that over the years. This does not... Apparently, it doesn't shy away from the animated shows. As Trev's almost shit his pants when I accidentally mentioned this earlier.
This is when you mentioned, I'm like, stop. I need my reaction for the show because I have not heard anything about this.
All right, but here's the first thing. I know Mark Hamill is in talks to play the Joker from a different universe. He's already played the Trickster, so
I know, but and this is going to sound horrible. You can't have these older guys play these superheroes because it's unless you're doing Batman Returns where they're supposed to be old, or the Dark Knight Returns, I'm sorry, where they're supposed to be old. It's not going to fit in with the younger characters.
Well, what have you? But they also were talking to the original Wonder Woman,
Linda Carter.
They want her to come back and play Wonder Woman. I know. She's still good looking though.
I mean, it's. Oh, I think every geek has had their Linda Hamilton, their Wonder Woman crush with. I don't know. She wasn't looking too good in that last trailer, but their Linda Carter crush growing up.
Oh yeah. Oh, so. Linda Carter. So, but let me fast forward to the point of this conversation. Now, we all know who the best Batman has been through all the Batmans. We know who it is.
Yes, Kevin Conroy.
It's fucking Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy is the only Batman. Mark Hamill is the only Joker, and Heath Ledger comes in a very short second there. But Kevin Conroy is going to don the cape and cowl to play Batman from a different universe.
I need a minute to process this.
I'm telling you, I did too.
First of all, he looks nothing like what Batman or Bruce Wayne would look like. The guy... Actually, I brought up his info because I had that little teaser. So, November 1955 was his birthday, which puts him at the same age as my mother at 64 years old. So, Batman at 64... And then not only that, he's 6'2", and what would you guess? $170? I mean, the guy's a rail. I mean, he's not built. He's just this tall, skinny guy that has this amazing voice for Batman.
I really loved Kevin Conroy. He did a lot for the 9/11 deal and all that. He was big on that. But I'm just noticing this, and I feel really bad when I say this. It has nothing against anybody, but doesn't Kevin Conroy kind of look like Tom Hanks from Philadelphia? I mean, think about it. You ever see the movie Philadelphia with Tom Hanks?
I actually never have, but I know exactly what you're referencing. And
he looks like Tom Hanks from Philadelphia.
I would say he looks more like an old Bob Saget.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see that. Without the dirty mouth, because Bob Saget's pretty bad when you hear him.
It's awesome when you hear him after watching him on Full House.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at his filmography. The only pre-production stuff he has is called DC Super Pets, and he's voicing Ace the Bat Hound.
Yeah. He did that before.
Oh, God, no wonder I don't watch half this shit.
Well, he voiced Ace the Bat Hound in that Crypto the Superdog, I think, show that they did.
I don't waste my time with that.
Oh, that was hilarious.
In fact, I just downloaded Batman Hush, and it's sitting on my server with about 7 other Batman animated movies that I've yet to watch. Just time.
Fucking, that's blasphemy.
I know, but maybe in the winter when I have time on my hands.
Yeah.
That's when I'll catch up on all the games, you know.
You've got too much time on your... I'm sorry, anyway.
I wish I did.
Yeah, me too. So, what else did I have? So Kevin Conroy playing the actual Batman. It's gonna be cool, but it can't be as cool as it sounds.
Yeah, there's a catch somewhere. I mean, they're gonna have to do some, I hate to use the term movie magic, but they're going to have to do some serious movie magic to pull this off. They're going to have to pull a Michael Keaton is what they're going to have to do. Because Michael Keaton was not buff, so they made the suit make him look buff.
Yes, exactly.
So they're going to have to do a Keaton.
And then they gave it bat nipples, and really the franchise went downhill.
Fuck you, Joe Schumacher.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
Yeah. Blame Joe Schumacher all you want.
I will. I absolutely will.
There's a deleted scene from the Super Mario Brothers movie that just became unearthed.
Does it last 130 minutes and maybe is a whole other movie?
Yeah. Is it good? You know?
I have actually never seen that movie just because I don't want to.
Your gamer card now.
No. Because it came out when I was working at the video store and I actually refused. I'm like, it was just so horrible. I'm like, I can't do that. It'll just... Same thing with the Double Dragon movie. That was out when I worked at the video store, and I got free rentals. And I'm like, no, I'm not watching this, you know.
There's 2 good parts of the Double Dragon movie. 1, Alyssa Milano.
That's a stretch.
Hey, she'll always have a thing. I'll always have a thing for her.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that's not the only reason to watch a movie unless it's...
I'm not done yet.
Unless it's Embrace of the Vampire, where she's naked during a good portion of the movie. Then
Poison Ivy, too.
You don't see much in Poison Ivy.
Well, you enjoy much in Poison Ivy. And then the second part of the Double Dragon movie, that it's the best part of it, is the credits. So...
What's the credits?
The end credits when it's over.
I know what the hell the credits are. What happens during the credits?
What the fuck would you ask the stupid question for?
Holy shit.
Yeah,
although I'm the asshole when, someone tells me, don't tell me how the movie ends. I go, with the credits.
Yeah. Asshole status obtained.
Don't tell me how this book ends. It ends by you shutting it.
Yeah.
I am
so it's gonna end. So it's gonna end.
Yeah.
So. What's that?
Okay, so what's the end credit scene?
No, that's the best part of the movie.
I thought you meant there was an end credit scene that well, so much for that.
You better hope I can remember the password for my fucking internet here, because I don't usually remember.
Okay, say it out loud, and then we'll put your address in the show notes.
Yeah, shut up.
It's probably your default password, 1234.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, is it? I can never remember it. I usually have to go onto the router, and that's pretty sad of me.
It is pretty sad.
Well, you know what? How often do you log into your own Wi-Fi? Like, you come home?
Well, every device has to be put on.
I know, but I don't have to, like, do that.
Well,
you'll have to give me some time. When I'm done with this.
At the rate I buy new devices, and I give it to people a lot of times when they come over, if I don't want to put them on the guest network. In fact, the other day we were at lunch, and Jack was bothering me. And I always tell him, I said, Jack, I could change the Wi-Fi password from anywhere, because I have the link on my phone. And he's like, okay. And he always like bows down to me. And Jess,
we're not worthy.
And Jess started laughing. She goes, I know the Wi-Fi password. I go, yes, but do you know the password to get into the router to change it? And her face just went blank. She goes, I have no clue what the password is. So eventually I gave her the password. Now I said, now how do you log in? She's like, 1689. I'm like, forget it. You're no threat to my security.
Yeah. We're good.
Oh.
So how about Speedrunner breaks major Super Mario Brothers record, and it's not the 5-minute guy, by the way.
Well, he was 4 minutes and
58 seconds or something
like that. Yeah.
So, but a guy beat the entire game, no warps, in 18:59.85.
15 minutes.
18 minutes, 59 seconds, .856. So
Jesus.
Less than 19 minutes. So I'm going to be watching that when the show's over here.
Okay. I just looked it up, and this is from February last year. They haven't updated it then. Did it just happen?
Well, hold on. I'll send you the link in the Skype chat here.
Okay.
Right now. Copy.
Because I'm looking at 2018, and they said the world record was... where was it? I lost it. Because they're doing the speed run. This was full game. And I lost it.
There you go. I sent you the link.
Okay.
This is from Polygon, by the way. I stole this article from it. I feel bad.
Okay, what the hell? Okay, that screwed up the podcast. So anybody who's watching the podcast, I apologize.
What'd you do?
When you sent me that link, the text took up the entire window, and now I can't get you back. How do I collapse this window? Oh shit!
Stay classy, podcast. Stay classy, buddy.
Seriously, I lost you, and now the entire thing is the text.
Hold on.
Active now. Yes, I know you're active.
You have to close the chat window. That's what you got to do.
There is no way to close the chat window.
Oh well, I'm here.
If I close the chat window, I'm closing Skype.
Well, I tell you, I just closed the chat window on mine.
Well,
and we successfully broke the internet again today, folks.
Okay, well, let's try this experiment. If I close this and I hang up on you, I'll call you right back.
Okay.
Call in progress. You want to quit Skype?
No.
No. I don't want to add Spotify. This is why I have a Mac.
Fucking internet.
Seriously, you are literally gone. It is just the chat window.
Never sending a link again that way.
Well, the thing is, because you're on the other monitor, and the pop-up came up on my monitor, my main monitor here. So I clicked on it, and nothing opened until I looked over, and it's opening up on your monitor. And that's just... I probably shouldn't go into my settings while I'm on here. Shit.
Shit the fuck.
Okay, here we go. We gotta Google this shit now.
Close Skype chat window.
Yes, Windows 10 close Skype chat window. Head over to your taskbar, right click on it. Task Manager. When Task Manager opens up, no, that Skype won't close. How do I quit Skyping so difficult? How to close the chat window? Holy shit! Why that should not be the 8th result. And no one answered that question. Wow. This is really awkward.
So what did we learn on today's episode?
Don't send me texts.
Don't send me fucking Skype chats. Wow, that's fucking hilarious. Take a picture of this so I can see this shit. I gotta know what it looks like.
And then I'll send you both pictures.
Oh.
Because we're keeping it classy here.
Here at the 40-something podcast.
Oh, my God. So we'll just figure this out. So he beat the whole game. I'll bring up the article now, and we'll just enjoy the chat window. So, yeah, 18 minutes, 49.856 seconds.
Yep, which broke the previous record of
19 minutes and 10 seconds.
So this guy knocked off nearly, 11 seconds off the record? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what somebody said to me today at work? They said, "Well, I started." No, God, I wish they would say that more often. Somebody said to me they started to watch Avengers Endgame but fell asleep.
What?
Yeah. She goes, it was really late, and my daughter wanted to watch it. I started, and I woke up, and it was over.
Wow.
I went, wow.
I mean, it is a long movie, but still.
It's entertaining as fuck. So. All right, so let me ask you a question.
Sorry, I'm still trying to play with this fucking chat thing.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, ask me a question.
Hold on, I gotta look and see what. Hey, I look pretty good in that picture.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Close the fucking Skype chat. All right, anyway. So, best devil on film, playing Satan. Who did it? Your opinion.
Man, you couldn't hit me this one before the podcast.
No, that was the point of me not doing it. I'll tell you mine. And then you could go from there. That'll give you a minute to think about it.
Okay.
Okay? All right. You know who Peter Stormare is?
No.
Okay, he was in the Jurassic Park: The Lost World. He was in a lot of films. He was in Minority Report and plenty of other shit. You knew him from, remember the opening of John Wick 2?
Yes.
He was that guy's brother, the Russian guy.
I think so.
Yeah, it's this guy. Peter Stormare, he usually plays a scumbag. Well, he plays the devil in the movie Constantine, and this has nothing to do with my love for the character of Constantine. Maybe a little.
You got a hard-on for Constantine.
I love that character. But he plays the devil in Constantine, and have you made it worse? Is that what this is?
I have. This is my best workaround. I'm laughing so hard I can't. Okay. So he plays Constantine.
He plays the devil in Constantine.
The devil in Constantine.
Yeah, he plays the devil in Constantine, Peter Stormare. And he's this large Russian man in a white suit. And it's absolutely epic. He's only in the movie like 3 minutes, but it's the best on-screen version of the devil I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm gonna go in a different direction, but
this is absolutely fucking hilarious. I'm still here.
You're just very, very tiny.
That's okay. Oh yeah, no, I could deal with that. Go ahead anyway. So your version of the devil, and it better not be Tim Curry.
No, not Tim Curry. I'm gonna go in a completely different direction. And let me just, I think this is the other reason why, but I want to be 100% sure. Okay, nope, I was wrong. It was within 3 years.
Let me out of this little window. Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
Okay, I would say my favorite depiction of the devil, just because it's wacky and you don't see it coming, would have to be Rodney Dangerfield from Little Nicky.
Oh, yeah.
The way he comes out in the satin robe and everything, and it's Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, I gotta admit, that is pretty good.
Although I have been wanting to start the series Lucifer, start watching that, because Trisha Helfer's in it, and I'm listening to the Battlestar Galactica cast while at work, and she keeps talking about being on Lucifer, and she's just damn hot, and I wouldn't mind watching that. And I saw a preview for the show, which actually looked really good, so
excellent.
That could change in a few weeks, but
yeah.
I'd have to go, honestly, I might have to go with Rodney Dangerfield, just because it's a out of left park, choice right there.
Okay, I can go with that. You hear that?
Yeah.
That's my puppy. He's playing with Drake. It's fucking hilarious. He tries to get all tough with him, and he has no nuts.
Although, okay, I think I'm going to change my pick. Shit,
okay,
I opened Firefox accidentally. I don't know the guy's name, because I don't know why I totally forgot this. On Supernatural, for a bunch of, I think it probably was 3 or 4 seasons, they had Lucifer on there, and he was played by, because the reason I said it was, if you tell me my favorite angel, that'd be different. I don't want directors, I want actors. And the guy who plays Lucifer plays him as such an asshole that it's fantastic.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get to the guy's name, and again, it's giving me directors. I don't want directors, I want actors. Holy shit. Fuck a duck. Let's just do a Google search.
Tom Ellis.
Lucifer from Supernatural.
Tom Ellis.
Is it Tom Ellis?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Lucifer from Supernatural.
Yes.
This is Lucifer from Lucifer.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Here. That's okay. I got the actual, let's see here. I should probably put Lucifer actor. Mark Pellegrino. But he plays Lucifer as a real asshole. So I think I may have to go with that.
Like you'd expect Lucifer to
Yeah. Initially I wanted to go to comedy because I know you would go all serious, so I went Dangerfield, but in all honesty, yeah, we'd have to go with Mark Pellegrino. So.
All right. See, there's a reason why I don't ask you that question up front anymore.
Yeah.
Because it gives you have a snap judgment you got to make.
I do have a snap judgment. I admit that.
So.
And you got a tiny head in this video.
Don't be.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Why can't I close chat?
Don't use the chat. Copy that. Oh, The Verge. I haven't been on this site in a while. If you bought a Nintendo Switch since July 17th, you might be able to upgrade for free.
So there was a rumor going around. See, this is where I should be more prepared.
Preparations, not everything.
Yeah. Wow, this is an episode for the ages. There's a rumor coming that they're going to start on Nintendo Online introducing SNES games, but also that with that the price may go up. I'm trying to see what the price is because I heard the price is somewhere, but I don't want to quote a price until I.
Is that your dog barking?
That is Minuet outside barking, yes.
Okay.
So I think it was supposed to go up to $30 a year, which still isn't that bad.
$30 a year is manageable.
So Let's see here.
Which we got to try that again now that it's been around a while to see if it's gotten any better.
What game did... Oh, we just did the old NES games.
Yeah. Oh, and I actually have an article to bring up. Holy shitballs, Bevan.
Let's see here. And no, I can't find the article where I heard the rumor from. The rumor was from a podcast I was listening to, but I wanted to find definite that if the rumor was legit, there should be an article, but I see nothing. So, oh well.
All right, so do you realize that the NES Mini is 3 years old?
Really? It's been 3 years already.
Yeah, but you know what? If I can breathe, this fucking cough will not go away. Hang on. Okay, anyway. But do you know what? Turned 30 this week.
I can only imagine.
The Sega Genesis
Ooh.
turned 30 this week. And in honor of its 30th anniversary, because it should have fucking done this in the first place, they have the Genesis Mini on its way out. $80. Connects to your TV via HDMI. Comes with 2 3-button controllers, which has got to be the most colossal failure I ever fucking thought of.
Gotta have the 6-button.
Yeah. Lame. And then it comes with 42 built-in games.
The game lineup they have is excellent. I've been looking at some of the reviews, and some of the reviewers are saying on some of the games there's a noticeable audio lag, which is a big issue.
One of the things, well, I watched another reviewer who said one of the great things about this Genesis Mini is that if you switch the language in the system to Japanese, all the menus, all the main menus of the games will show their Japanese counterpart instead.
Well, that's cool. Makes sense.
It does, because the Japanese releases are somewhat different, and some of them have different content than their NTS, their American releases.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But they said the console. Now, the one review I watched is from GameSack, which I love that show. The name's pretty weak, but I know you don't like that. I like. It's only one guy now. The other guy left, but it has all the staples. Sonic the Hedgehog and Castlevania Bloodlines and Shining Force, Castle of Illusion, which people seem to love and I don't understand. Earthworm Jim and Sonic 2, and it goes on and on. Ghouls and Ghosts, and for some reason there was a version of Virtua Fighter 2 for the Genesis.
Can't imagine that being that good.
No. Eternal Champions, which was Sega's answer to Mortal Kombat at the time, and it goes on and on. But it looks like a real, this might be the first Mini I would probably consider picking up cheap.
I don't see a reason to pick up any of them, honestly, with emulation being superior to these Minis.
I know. I don't know. There's something about there's a charm to the Sega Genesis because I never owned one.
No, I never owned one either.
Yeah. There's just a charm to it. We know you own a Dreamcast, Trev. Let's move on.
I have several.
Yes, we know.
No, actually, I went from owning a console. I went right from NES to...
Yeah, no problem.
Well, I should say, paying for a console.
Hang on a second. What's that?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's fine. Go.
Okay. I jumped so many generations from owning a console and actually paying for it. I went from the NES all the way to the Dreamcast. I never owned a Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, never owned an N64, was given a PlayStation sort of in a very gray area. And then I actually bought the Dreamcast, the PS2, PS3, and now
Is that gray area how I got Ion Maiden gray area?
No, this was a better gray area.
Okay, that's an after show.
Oh no, I could talk about it. A mutual friend of ours, his PlayStation broke, and he went out and bought a new one. And he's like, I'd like to have this second PlayStation. Do you think you can look at it? Because I was the electronics geek in high school. So he gives me the PlayStation. I'm looking at everything. I can't figure out what's wrong with it. The disc, the reader will move the laser, but it's not reading the disc at all. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on with it. And then I think it was you who had the idea. So you're implicated in this because I know you were with me. About calling Electronics Boutique, saying we bought it, and then getting a new one.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like me.
And then we called, spoke to a manager who would end up years later to be my boss at another Electronics Boutique store. And we said, we just bought it. It's not working, blah, blah, blah. He's like, we'll bring it in. And I'm like, well, do I have to bring everything in or just the console? He's like, no, just bring the console. And we literally walked in. I handed him the console. He looked at the serial number, handed me a brand new one out of the box and said, here you go. So that's how I got an original PlayStation. Which I wish I had to this day because I almost bought another one the other day.
What a shock. Try buying another system he already has.
I don't have a PlayStation. The original.
Oh, that's right, you don't. Yeah, that's right, you don't.
But I just didn't feel like shelling out the $20 for one, so.
$20?
$20 for the system, all the wires, and a single controller. DualShock.
$20 and you wouldn't shell it out?
No, because I wasn't in the market for it. It was at the video game store downtown. That's what they sell them for.
$20? Well, all right, yeah, all right.
$20 for the original. The PS1s, the little mini ones, I think they're 30 or 35. But,
they're junk.
But yeah, it was $20, and I'm like, I like to pick one up because I noticed I was playing some PlayStation 1 games on my PS2 Slim the other night, and they were actually skipping. And I've never had a PS2 game skip, but the PS1 games were skipping. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. That's why I figured I'd get a dedicated PS1 and play the PS1 games off of there, because why not? You know,
as me and you always say, because reasons.
Exactly. So.
All right. So yeah, next time we need to start the show with some content.
It was a very last minute show. We actually weren't supposed to have a show. I was supposed to be at the amusement park today, but we went yesterday.
And how was that?
Tiring.
Yeah. Hot all day, hot all day, hot all day.
It wasn't that hot, actually, and it rained a couple times, which was refreshing. But imagine going with your wife, your mother, your 4-year-old, your 9-year-old at the amusement park for 11 and a half hours we were there. Sorry, no, we weren't there 10 and a half hours. I'm sorry, not 11 and a half. We got there a quarter after 11. They opened at 11, and we left there at exactly 10 o'clock when they were shutting down.
I don't know. For some reason, I could go like that and do it all day. It doesn't faze me.
So could I, but when you have an overtired 4-year-old who only wants to ride the kiddie rides, and you have a bored 9-year-old who is sick of the kiddie rides and wants to go in one direction or the other, and then so you're constantly splitting up. Oh, and then my mother lost her cell phone at the park. So that was fun. We eventually got it back, but that was a fun half hour of trying to figure out where she lost her phone. So, yeah. And the one highlight, though, was when we went to the arcade, she brought a roll of quarters for everybody, which was cool. So they were meant to get tickets for the kids, but then they had this new Batman game where it's all the Batmobile, and, well, guys sunk about $7 into that to beat the damn thing. So
very nice, very nice.
I only beat one level. There's I think 6 and 6, so that's 12 different levels. So I just beat the first Joker level, and then that was fun. That was enjoyable.
Oh, there you go. It's about time that arcade had something good.
I had $1 a pop, $1 a game.
I know, it's such a rip.
Yeah.
Arcade games are anymore.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had fun. Got on the log flume. My daughter loved the log flume, so we had to cut her off it twice because we were sopping wet after that. And she's like, again. I'm like, no, we can't get much wetter.
No.
So,
I have no segue after wetter, but
But that's why we canceled the podcast. So then I was home today, so I slept in, went and got a part for my zero-turn mower that I've been waiting to come in, fixed the mower, and went to work all day.
Nah.
Yeah.
I went to work for half a day, and then I came home and did some stuff that I haven't been able to get done in a week. And then I was a parent after like 3:00, which I'm a parent all the time, but I was on duty after 3:00, I should say. Help me. Anyway, so I on your topic of Super Nintendo on the Switch.
Yes.
An SNES style controller for Nintendo Switch appears in an FCC filing. This is from 3 days ago. Looks like they're making a Super NES style wireless controller for the Switch based on images from a recent filing of the and it looks like they are. So has Nintendo not heard of 8-Bit Do, or am I just like?
It'd be easier if they bought the company, but it'd be horrible if they bought the company at the same time. So I'm glad they're making their own rather than biting 8-Bit Do.
Nintendo Switch Online, which currently offers subscribers a list of classic NES games. A member of the modding community uncovered evidence of an SNES titles for the Nintendo Switch Online, which include Mario Kart, Pilot Wings, Link to the Past, Super Mario World, yada yada yada.
Your staples.
Yeah, they really are. They're part of the top 10, except for Pilot Wings. That game sucks.
Oh, I love Pilot Wings.
Be weep.
I'll be looking out for that at the game swap we go to in next month.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it in my travels.
So.
Yeah, my puppy is in the ankle biting mode.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's obnoxious too, and he's it drives me nuts. He's really great, and my older dog has taken such a nanny position on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really has. Like Dante has a lot of problems. Like he can't see really well, and he can't hear really well. But Drake has gotten him eating, gotten him walking, gotten him playing, and Drake has just been himself.
Cool.
A big brown dickhead, He's like, but like Drake's like the Hulk, and he's like Thor when they're on top of that. When the Chitauri's attacking the Earth.
Yeah.
And if Drake's just sick of him, he'll just swat him away and throw him 3 feet. It's hilarious. But the kids go to me the other day. They go, "Why did you name him Dante?" I said, "Well, he's a mixed dog." She goes, "Well, what do you mean?" Well, so Dante was a half human, half angel from Devil May Cry.
They don't get the video game reference.
No, nobody does. Nobody does. Most people, when they see Drake, if they saw like the singer, I'm like, no.
No, please, just turn around and leave. You're not welcome here anymore. Yeah.
We don't serve your kind here. So that's an oddly hilarious Star Wars reference right there. Man, I'm good. So yeah, it's gonna be cool, and we're just gonna go kind of off show topic here for a minute. Not that we have any real topics, but this is to be the second time this year Trevor and I will actually physically see each other.
Yes, it is.
We're coming together for a good cause. Not that we'll go over it, but I'm just saying a lot of our old friends are going to be available in one location for the first time in 1,000 years. So,
we can say the cause. I mean, it is a good cause. One of our friends is very ill, and we don't know what's going to happen. So we're getting the old band back together while he's still around, kicking and feeling good, to have a good old party.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
I know.
A funeral or a viewing, that's a bad thing. A party to lift his spirits is a good thing.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't turn into an orgy, I mean, I'll be okay.
Will you?
No. I'll be all right.
So my wife is actually coming, and she's already said she'll be my designated driver, which means I don't have to worry about that.
My wife is coming as well, and she is always my designated driver. But it doesn't matter anyway, because if I drink too much and she drinks too much, I can just walk home.
That is the one advantage. I could walk to my mom's, but the kids are going to be there, and why would I do that to myself?
Yeah, I have to admit, I wouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So, and my daughter is out there playing through Breath of the Wild again.
So, but it's going to be interesting because a lot of these people, I personally have not seen for...
What did Arnold Schwarzenegger say? 1,000 years.
I think the oldest person there that I will not have seen, depending if they show up, will probably be 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So, that's funky.
Sorry, I gotta walk around a little bit because my calves are hurting from sitting. So
you just stood up and you covered the light on your ceiling fan. You just had this weird pattern behind you.
Yeah, that's good shit. So I gotta walk around a little bit. My legs are hurting from walking on that concrete all day.
You're out of shape, my friend. You're out of shape.
Well, I'm walking like 6 miles a day now, at the least.
Yeah.
And my body's just not, I've been doing desk work for a month, so my body's like, what the fuck going on here, brother?
Hiking boots, my friend. I used to wear those all the time at Lowe's on those concrete floors.
Yeah, I might have to invest in a pair. So, my other problem is I gotta piss real bad. So, I gotta keep it off my brain for a little while. And I'm trapped in this little box, so I'm too old for this shit, Trev. Yeah, keep drinking that drink, you fucking asshole. I will fucking stab you. I will fucking just... You know what? Now I'm just putting you down and going to piss. That's it. I'm doing it.
I wish I had a second cup because I would just start doing the water in the cup. Oh, the only problem is I dribbled a little bit on my mic now. Oh... So while Jerry's gone, I still wish I could figure out how to close this freaking chat window, but... And I gotta fill time, and I have no clue how to fill time. I did look up on Twitter for questions 40, and I did not see anybody have questions. So let me log back into Twitter, because we said at the end of last episode 2 weeks ago about... If you had any questions, just send it to us for Twitter and use the hashtag. I gotta log it. I forgot I have a super long password for this.
It's pretty good. You're keeping the show going without me.
I am. I'm actually. I checked the other day and there was no questions with the hashtag questions40. So I'm just going to do it one more time. Questions40.
I kind of forgot about that.
Well, apparently Chronos Smart Manufacturing is also using the hashtag. And it's in Spanish. So that would be no. But what I was going to bring up before you had your little rant on pissing.
Oh, God, it feels so good.
Is to bookend your Sega Mini, if you go to Sega.com, right now, the entire page is a teaser. Excuse me. It's basically showing like an EKG of a heartbeat. And it says, be the first to know. But the entire page is just little pictures of this heartbeat. And be the first to know. And now people are speculating. Of course, in the Dreamcast group I belong to, they're like, Dreamcast 2! And everyone's like, don't be an asshole. They're never making another console. So people have speculated that this could be a launch for the Mini or, what was it? Alien Isolation 2. That they may come out because Sega did say that they're premiering a new AAA title soon. So this might be Alien Isolation 2. I don't know.
It better not be a new console.
They're done in the console. They lost too much money on the Dreamcast. Shh, I know, sorry. But, we're not talking about you.
No, we're talking at you. Except, whatever. Here we go. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know about this, actually. It's quite interesting. And all the links, be the first to know, be the first to know.
Everything, the entire page is that heartbeat and be the first to know.
Click on it. All right, you know what? I'm entering my email.
There you go. Now you get spam.
Yeah, I use one email that gets all my spam. Do I know the privacy policy? Of course I do. Would you like to receive updates? No.
Do I know the privacy policy? Yes, there is no privacy on the internet anymore.
All right, and there we go. So be the first to know. All right, there we go. So.
Okay, that's weird.
What?
Okay, if you go on the big heartbeat and you hover over it and you click back, the background goes white. And then if you click forward, it goes back to like that dark gray. And I don't know why. Interesting. And nothing else has seemed to change.
So I signed up for that and got no emails from him.
So you will not be the first to know.
No. HMKD.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
That's the address it takes you to when you click on Be the First to Know. And it just says hmkd.sega.com.
Humankind reveal at Gamescom in 2019.
Humankind?
Yep.
Let's see what piece of garbage this is going to be. Sega, Humankind. Sega's new AAA game is most likely a new IP named Humankind. This was published 8 hours ago. Features a heart rate monitor tab. Allows you to sign up. Mysterious titles emailing list. However, a clue can be found in the website address. The abbreviation HMKD. May look like... yeah, we just figured that out. And that gives us the same information we had 30 seconds ago.
Yep. See, we already just... I don't even need that email now.
Well, too bad you got it.
I know, and I actually got one from Sega already.
Did you?
Yeah. It's the same thing. The email is the heart rate monitor.
Good job, Sega.
Nice job. Lame.
Good job.
So, Trevor, I must say the website's looking nice.
Is it?
Yes, I do. I still love its, GeoCities looks.
Which now all the links on the right-hand side work.
I see that.
Go to
I'm gonna download ICQ if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Do you know my ICQ number is actually still active?
How?
I don't know. I went into it about 2 years ago, and I was curious if my number was still active, and I gave him my information.
Is that still a thing?
Oh yeah. Here, let's go to ICQ.
Oh yeah, it is.
Let's see here. Download PC. No, I'm not going to download it. But yes, my number is still active. Let's see. Login. Login with phone number, with register. First name. No, I don't want to join. I want to log in. Used to be able to log in without having to download the program. Okay, let's log in with my phone number. Log in.
And wow, Winamp still exists.
Wow. I just put in my cell phone number and it says, cannot send an SMS to this number. Could have fooled me.
Wah, wah.
Oh, wait. It just sent me an SMS code. Let's see here. Will I get it? I got it.
Pling.
226.
Real Player is still a thing too?
I was shocked about that, yes. So if anybody's curious, my ICQ number is 748568503. You can message me there anytime you want because I will never be there.
Yeah. I didn't think instant messaging style services were still around.
Yeah, they are. AOL is gone. AIM is gone, which was the best one. And then, what was Google's? Google was Google Buzz. That's gone.
Yeah, gone.
Yahoo Messengers. That's still around.
Oh, the Trillion still exists. Trillion? Yeah, trillion.
Yeah, that combined all the services. No. Yahoo Messenger will no longer be supported after July 17th, 2018. So Yahoo Messenger is gone. I know Google, there was a Google chat function for a while that used an open standard. Let's see here. Instant messengers.
Google Talk
in 2019. Best chat clients from January. You have Slack. You have Discord. Well, that's voice chat. WhatsApp. That's cell phone. Skype is a bitch. So they're not doing like instant messengers. They're doing all messaging apps. So whatever.
Blog. Anyway.
Oh.
God, remember that first time you used AIM?
AIM was the best because the best part of AIM wasn't talking to people. It was crafting that perfect away message.
It was. It really was. You know, I have what they call for work. We have one that's Microsoft Teams.
Mm-hmm.
And you could use that, and you could get in contact with anybody that's in your team at any time. It just sends them a message, comes up on their phone. Yeah.
That sounds really great.
Yeah. As long as I just keep my laptop closed, I don't get it. Anyway. But it really does work well, and it reminds me of an instant messaging service where you could see who's online. But you know what? AIM shutting down, that's just sad. That was a big part of my childhood.
No, that wasn't childhood.
Yeah, well, all right. That was a big part of my youth.
That was a big part of our 20s.
Yeah. I remember having AOL for DOS.
Yeah. I had AOL version 1.0 for Windows on my first 486.
Yeah.
So
AOL a thing? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, AOL's still a thing, believe it or not. I'm going to go off on a little bit of a right angle here when we got to instant messaging. I watched a video this week that really put things into perspective. There's an actress named Katie Sackhoff. You'll probably know her best as Starbuck from the Battlestar Galactica reboot. Mm-hmm. And she puts out these really funny videos on YouTube. Well, she put out one where she went without any modern electronics for 72 hours. That was no cell phone, no streaming TV, no mapping applications when she drives somewhere. And it was hilarious to watch someone like she had a house phone, but she didn't know the number, so she couldn't give it to anybody. She didn't know her boyfriend's own cell phone number that she could call on her landline because she only knew it in her phone. So she ended up having to call her parents, who was in a text chain, to get his number. But at the end of the 72 hours, she kind of did a recap. And there was something she said that I found very profound. And then my wife even said the same thing. That, I mean, with these devices, we're constantly in communication with each other. So How many times do you send or receive a text to your wife that says, how's it going? How's your day? And
at least once a day.
Exactly. And you talk back and forth and stuff like that. Where when you actually get with your significant other and sit there, there's not too much to talk about because you already talked about it all day on your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no...
I totally agree with this, by the way.
Yeah, there is no, hey, tell me about your day, because I got it all right here. I could just scroll through and I'll tell you how your day was. You know, that there is something missing.
I'll tell you how what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how your fucking day was. Hold on a second.
But you brought up the point that human connection now is really hard to get because everybody texts each other. No, well, we've called each other twice this year, and both of them were over very important things like arcade cabinets. Sure. But
and shit like that.
Yeah. But it's like, we communicate, but we don't communicate in person anymore. It's all send text messages, or I messaged you on Facebook, or hey, I sent you a link in a tweet. That human connection of just talking one-on-one. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your day, because we've all done it. There's a new neighbor next door. You're working with someone new. You stalk them online first thing. You look up their Facebook, their Twitter. What kind of person are they? What should I avoid? Do they seem cool, you know? And it's like,
are they looking for hookups?
Yeah.
Did I say that?
That it's just trying to get to know someone anymore is just it's a lost art form.
It is. Like, God help us if we have to date.
Oh again. God, no, I would never date.
No, and I'm in the same way. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Like you said to me a long time ago, I won that game.
Exactly. I'm done. You know, I'm
winning.
I'm in my 40s. If my wife leaves me tomorrow, I'm going to be a bachelor for the rest of my life and buy all the toys I want. That's pretty much about it. So.
Yeah.
But no, dating, no. Hooking up, yes. A man still has needs, and there's apps for that. So.
Wow. Keep it classy, show. Keep it classy.
I mean, everyone knows you.
I'm on your side about it. I
was going to say.
I'm totally. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we'll keep your Grindr profile private.
Nah. Yeah, that's all right. My Grindr profile is Twev1701. Oh, who said that?
Boo-weep.
I've never been to Grindr, actually, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, so first, you know how you always yell at me, first world problems?
Yeah. You do it a lot.
Yeah.
3 Sega Dreamcasts.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with 3 Sega Dreamcast. Not until I have 4. So, the one night where Jess and I are sitting there at the table, and you have all these ads for all these delivery companies now for food. And I was just curious, so I downloaded... Let me make sure I get the right one, because I downloaded 2 different ones. I downloaded Grubhub and DoorDash.
I've seen DoorDash a few times.
And I've seen Grubhub. So, let me see here. Let me put in my zip code. Let me see which one was here. Delivery. Yes, it is the one. So it was Grubhub. So I downloaded Grubhub. And no, I don't want push notifications. So I put in for delivery to my address. And you know what? One restaurant showed up.
Wendy's?
Antonio's Pizza over on the west side. That was it. Now, you go to DoorDash, and DoorDash has tons and tons of them.
Now, I'm looking on the DoorDash website.
Yeah.
And it says, I'm trying to put my address in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, all right, hold on.
Yeah, DoorDash, I knew I was in trouble when they could actually go get you Wendy's.
Well, that's actually right on Wendy's. Like when you go to the Wendy's drive-thru.
Yeah.
It says next time order with DoorDash and have it delivered.
I love Wendy's chili. I mean, I absolutely love it. So
I had it 4 times this week, Trev.
See?
4 fucking times.
Now, imagine if you could just click, and by the time you could click this at the beginning of the podcast, and by the end of the podcast, because typical delivery time is 45 minutes. So in 45 minutes from now, you could have Wendy's chili at your door.
It's dangerous.
It is very, very dangerous.
Like, for some reason, I can't. When I hit find restaurant at door, I'm gonna refresh this. I want to see what delivers in my area. Fucking DoorDash.
Yeah, I got tons. I mean, let's see right here. Wendy's, I have. Well, let's start at the top. Topwood is a new place I never heard of. Vesuvio's Pizzeria and Sports Bar.
Oh, here we go.
Then you have Philly's Finest, Taco Bell, Pizza Lovin', McDonald's, New China, China House, Benny's Brew, which I could almost see from my house, which I've never had.
Yeah, but why go there?
Yeah, I've never had it. You can get the Gyro King, Antonio's Pizza, Chris Nick's, Pasquale's, again, 30 seconds from my house, horrible food, Antonio's Pizza Deluxe, Franco's, never heard of it, Asian Kitchen, Rob's Pub and Grub, never heard of that. I mean, but there's stuff on here I've never even heard of before that you can get Ollie's delivered, which is dangerous because they're one of the only restaurants in the area that still serves a good Monte Cristo sandwich.
Ew. So for me, it's nearly everything in the local area at all.
Yeah.
You could get Denny's.
Yes.
You could get, no.
Denny's is only good when you're drunk. Let's be honest.
Hungover at least.
Like the prospect of a Denny's run tomorrow night is about 50%.
Yeah. No pancakes.
No pancakes.
No pancakes.
Although I can't see that because I'm not staying till 2 a.m. I'm not closing the place down.
Wimp.
We'll see what time your wife drags your ass out of there.
I have no kids that night.
Neither do I. That's why I want to go home and spend time with my wife.
Nah, it's overrated.
Okay, Al Bundy.
Yep. Hang on. So Wendy's is closed, but delivery from Wendy's is free.
Well, Wendy's, I will tell you, is not closed because Wendy's is open till midnight.
So I wonder what Wendy's it's talking about.
Every Wendy's is open till at least 11 in the area.
There's two Wendy's within about a mile of each other by us. There's the one by Walmart up by the Arena Hub.
Up by the Arena Hub. Then there's the one down in Wilkes-Barre there in the ghetto section. And then there's the West Side one.
10 spicy chicken nuggets for $6.
Jerry's opening up a DoorDash account right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
or
call
Grubhub,
you
I'm sorry. No, DoorDash.
It's DoorDash.
Yeah, he's opening up. And Uber Eats was the other one I downloaded because that's always at McDonald's when I go there for lunch when I'm working.
Yeah, hold on. Look at that, $2.37, and I could get chili delivered.
See? This one's dangerous for me. If you go to Uber Eats, you can get IHOP delivered.
Large chili.
No, he's doing it.
No, I'm not. I have a ton of leftover from the kids being here, so I'll eat that. But I'm telling you, like, where was I? On Tuesday, I had to run up near the mall. And I was on my way back, and I'm like, Kelly, want chili? She's like, yep. Then it was Wednesday after work. I was on my way home. I said, let's... And it was just us because the kids were out with my mother-in-law. Out with my aunt. So I'm like, hey, on the way home, do you want me to grab something to eat? She goes, yeah, can we get another chili? I'm like, yeah, okay. And I fucking blazed the trail on 81 all the way over there. Then yesterday. And then, so it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I had it. I didn't have it
That's
today.
That's a lot of chili.
It was fucking... It's Wendy's chili.
I completely agree. Although, what size do you get? I always get a small because I always have to get 2 burgers with it.
See, I get a large and a large fry, and I just eat it with the fries.
So I always get 2... Jen just knows my order by heart. 2 Junior Cheeseburger Deluxes, both without pickle and onion and a small chili. I have been eating that as a snack or a meal since 2003, since before I met my wife. Because when I lived alone, that back then was $3.18, and that was cheaper than any dinner I could make when I got home from work.
It's not $3.18 anymore.
No, it's not, but that's how it all started. And I would get that when I met my wife. After I got to work at 10 o'clock, I'd pick that up because it was right next to where I worked. Then I'd hop on the turnpike and go an hour and a half to see her at Kutztown and eat it on the way. Which eating chili while driving is a skill that does need to be worked on. But it's possible. Yes. It is completely possible.
Okay, so you know where I live.
Yeah.
You know where the snack shack is.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's that? Mile? If that?
To your house, no. That's probably at least 2.5 miles.
From my house, all right. So whatever.
The only reason I say is from my house to McDonald's is a mile.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.5 miles.
No, my Telltale app from State Farm that's in my car that tracks everything but gives me a discount tells me exactly how much I've driven and if I suck and if I'm speeding.
Oh, interesting.
But I did save $91 on my last 6-month premium because of that.
Chuff fucking shake. So I watched my brother, and you know my brother.
Yes.
Eat the Death by Chocolate sundae while driving his car, and he had an 89 Caprice Classic at the time. That's a lot of car.
That is a lot of car.
89 Caprice Classic. He ate the sundae while driving and completed it by the time he arrived at my home.
Holy shit.
He got in the house and he was like scraping the inside of the styrofoam container. I'm like,
holy shit. Okay, now I need to know. I'm going to Maps, Google Maps. Okay. Let's see here. Search Google Maps. Snack Shack. And then we want to drive directions to, I'm not going to say your street name.
oh my God.
So, holy shit, that's only 1.2 miles. I thought it was closer to 2 miles.
It's 3 minutes.
3 minutes away, yes.
And he ate the entire Sunday. And he drove, Trev. He drove the vehicle. He was like, I can't even explain it. Like, here's my cup, and he's like
3 minutes to eat a sundae while driving. That's impressive and pathetic at the same time.
It's very impressive. It's also kind of fucking scary. It's another one of those incidents in my life where I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't be alive, but I'm here. You know what I mean?
I had one of those the other day when a several 100-pound tree fell on my head.
Oh, yeah. Tree hit me. I survived.
In fact, if you see, it nipped me on the shoulder there. That sucker dropped me to my knees.
Did you cry?
I did not cry. I was dazed. It hit me so hard, it knocked my hat off, knocked my glasses off, and then knocked one of my earbuds out, but kept the rubber earbud piece in my ear. It actually disconnected the actual.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
damn.
That's how hard it hit me.
That's hilarious.
My only saving grace was when Dad taught me how to do a chainsaw back when I was a teenager. His thing was always, if you have to run and take the saw with you, you always snap that wrist really quick to put the chain brake on. Because if you fall on it with the chain brake on, you're going to get cut. If you fall on it without the chain brake on, you're going to get cut in half. And that's always stayed in my head.
Yes. You know, we ought to write a book of the wisdom of our fathers.
Yes.
My dad had you know what? I might start writing that shit down.
My dad always had a thing about building things, measure twice, cut once, go buy more wood.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't build anything out of wood. Wood and plumbing were not his fortes. Plumbing he usually got right about the fourth or fifth time. And building anything out of wood, nothing was ever square, nothing was ever level. And we just kind of, that looks great, Dad.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice job, Dad.
Yeah.
My father would always say, one of my favorite lines, and I still use it to this day, especially when I meet somebody in their 20s who thinks they know everything. And I always think to myself, man, I remember when I was young and knew everything. And I remember my father saying that to me. I was in my 20s when he said it to me. And now that I'm in my 40s, I totally understand what he meant. When I was 20, I thought I knew it all. And I realize I know absolutely nothing.
Yes. I completely agree with. My dad always used to say, when I moved out into this house and we started remodeling the house, his answer to everything, when I screwed something up, he goes, "That's okay, you're green. Everyone starts out green." And it's absolutely true. And there's a woodworker named Jimmy DeResta, which, again, it's not our father, but it sticks in my head, is whenever you make something, he always says, you go to school on the first one.
Well, yeah.
And then after that, now you know what you did wrong, what you need to do, and the second time you do it is the best way. But my dad never went to school when it came to plumbing. It was always the fourth or fifth time.
I totally agree. I could do woodworking to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Not really well, and I'll admit it. I'm not really great at it. I just don't have that skill set, and I'll admit it. But I'm not afraid to try either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get in there. Plumbing, I'm not afraid of it all. I'll get right in there and rip shit apart. Will it be right in the end? Well, the water's coming out, so I figure that's okay. Then we move on.
And what freaks my wife out, my wife likes plumbing. She doesn't like woodworking, which I'm decent at. Like, this office, I built this from scratch. It's not perfect. I mean, I built a big bookshelf that's right here for all things. It's not perfect, but what I like, and I just dabbled in when I built the office, is electrical. And that, my dad was scared to death of electrical. My wife is scared to death of electrical. And there I am just cutting power lines and putting in junction boxes. And it's like, how do you know how to do this? And I have this thick book. It's the Homeowner's Guide to Electricity. I'm like, it's in the book. It's telling me to cut this and move this. So, and I learned how to do outlets in series and everything. It's like, this is pretty cool.
I'm happy if I could. No, I don't play with electricity. I took my dryer apart a few times, and I almost got zapped a few times, so I shut it the fuck down after that.
Did you unplug the dryer?
I did, but when I was re-energizing the dryer...
You know you don't touch the capacitors, right?
I do.
The big, tall,
what
fat
I
things?
did was... This is where I made a mistake, and I only made one mistake, and I'm still here to talk about it. Anyway, I was plugging the 220 line back in.
Yes.
And I put my... They're not hard. They're not easy to get in. You got to get.
Oh, you put your finger on the prong.
Yep.
I've done that once or twice.
I felt that buzz, and I'm like, "Yo, that's it. Okay, time to take a break."
I've done that with my stove because where my stove is, it's really hard to plug in and then push back. So you're kind of always reaching to find the plug. And no, I've done that a couple times. Yeah, you're right. It gives you that little zing through the arm, and you're like, "Hello."
Yeah. Oh, I feel alive today.
Now, if you're like us and you're a dad, or if you're anywhere over the age of 30, there is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook an account called The Dad, which you have to follow. Because the older you get, the more it relates. And one came up the other day that I totally related to. The whole meme was, called a kid sport today, and my cargo pants grew 2 new pockets. And I'm like... My wife makes fun of me because, I mean, I wear nothing but cargo shorts in the summertime. But I'm always the first one. Here, honey, can you hold this? I mean, you're nothing like when you go to an amusement park and you're on a hike. You're the water buffalo. There's 2 or 3 bottles at each on your pockets. You got the keys. You got probably the electronics or a tablet or something. And it's like, they're
I get when I have my cargo shorts on. I get, Dad, can you hold this? Dad, can you hold this? Dad, can you hold this? And I'm like, I just tighten my belt up a little bit because I know the weight's going down with it. Keeps them around my waist. Help me. Anyway.
And on that note, let's do our picks of the week.
Oh, okay. Actually, I got to bring mine up because I was going to. All right, so I'm going to do mine first since I can exactly remember what it is.
Absolutely. I got to make sure I got the title of mine right, so you go ahead.
Okay, so it's actually an entire YouTube page called First We Feast.
I love that page. I love the
Hot ones.
The hot ones. I love the hot ones.
Hot Ones is a show my brother just turned me on to. Now I had seen it before and I kind of forgot about it. But First We Feast had it was the end of the last season. Now the season 9 of Hot Ones just ended with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
And if you ever grew up watching any wrestling in the 90s, you know who he is. The guy was a culture phenomenon for about a decade. But the season before ended with Weird Al. Now, when my brother told me that, I'm like, Weird Al's a fucking vegan, though.
They have vegan wings.
Yeah, that's the only reason I had watched. I mean, Al was on it.
Yeah.
But then I watched the Halle Berry one, and then I watched it on and on. It went on and on. But this show is really good. I mean...
You got to watch the Gordon Ramsay one. The Gordon Ramsay one is hilarious.
Okay.
I mean, everyone hears Gordon Ramsay swear. You're not going to hear him swear like anybody's business like on this show, which is fantastic.
Okay. And then, but after I watched, a handful of them, I finally watched the Steve Austin one. I watched it on my lunch today. And he went on to talk about, he asked him this question, like, who had the craziest, like, pre-match, like, ritual? Because, like, wrestlers, and he goes, I could tell you the one that was the least. He goes, Jake the Snake Roberts. He goes, he'd stand outside the curtain with a cigarette in his mouth, suck that baby down, flick the cigarette away, and go out and wrestle for 30 minutes. And Jake the Snake, I mean, he was big in our time. You know, now he's, fallen from grace, obviously. But Hot Ones, you have to watch that show on First We Feast. Please watch the Halle Berry one, too, because Halle Berry.
And I just got done, the one before Steve Austin was Kristen Bell. who was absolutely the most adorable thing. And to hear her curse is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Seeing these bigger guys sweat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Did you watch the Idris Elba one yet?
I have not.
He actually asks, it's in the preview, so it's not ruining anything, how they have that little preview at the beginning. He's like, whose idea was this? And Sean goes, oh, see that guy in the white shirt? It's Phil, that's his name. And Idris Elba just looks him straight in the eye and goes, okay, can you fight?
I have it up right now.
But it's like, oh man, yeah, I wouldn't want to take Idris Elba on.
No. Or Steve Austin. I don't think I'd want to. No. Like to take Callie anyway. All right, go ahead. Your turn.
So my turn is a Netflix series which I binged over the course of 3 nights. It's a sci-fi series on Netflix called Another Life. Basic premise is this probe-like thing comes to Earth and crash lands. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to communicate with it. But then there's a space commander whose husband is a scientist who figures out where the signal is coming from. Now, this is set, I believe it's 50 to 60 years in the future from now. So she is captain of this ship that's going out to find this planet. And if it could go wrong, it goes wrong along the way. And then at the end, there's a big reveal. It's not what you think. Even if you think you know what to think, it's not what you think. It's got one of those great twist endings that just the way they ended. If they don't do a second season, I'm going to be sorely disappointed, because the way it ended, you want more. But it's a little bit of a harder science fiction. It's not your Star Trek. It's not your Star Wars. Best I kind of described it after we watched it was, think of Lost in Space meets Event Horizon.
Oh, okay. I was going to suggest Event Horizon for this.
Yes.
For you talking about it, but yes. I wanted to obviously let you finish talking.
They do go down on a planet and things happen, but with the ship, you definitely, for some things that happen, yes, definitely like Event Horizon kind of shit that goes on there.
And Katie Sackhoff's in it.
Yes, she is.
And she is, well, she's good looking.
She's built. Even my wife was looking at it and goes, look at her muscles. She goes, damn, she's in good shape. Because
you want to watch? Finish. Go ahead.
No, because I fell in love with her for Battlestar. My wife fell in love with her for Longmire.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say Longmire.
Yep. So we have
that show got canceled too.
We have a completely different appreciation for Katie Sackhoff. She's my sci-fi hard-ass Starbuck Viper pilot, where, you know, for her it's the hard-ass. Was she a deputy, Vic?
Yeah, she was deputy.
Yeah, that still had that little soft side, you know, to her and everything. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, she's cute though.
She is.
Yeah.
And she's single. Well, she's dating, but she's not married, so.
She's dating Carl Urban, isn't she?
No, she was for a while, but apparently she's dating this new Robin guy, because the one episode of the Battlestar Galactica cast, because that's hosted by Tricia Helfer, who is number 6, the tall, leggy blonde that wears almost no clothing, and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. She hosts it, and they had Katie on there, and they were, at the time, she was dating Carl Urban, but yet now she just posted an Instagram story with this guy, her boyfriend named Robin something, who's in Canada, and then she also talked about him in that video where she does 72 hours without advanced electronics. So she's not with Carl Urban anymore. But this guy's definitely a lot smaller than Carl Urban, that I think I could take him.
No, you can't.
What do you mean? Come on, baby. No. Sun's out, guns out.
No. Wait, hold on.
Christ, I got a Nintendo Zapper somewhere around here.
Yeah. Anyway.
CRT's out, Zapper's out. What's up?
Katie Sackhoff was in Halo 3, playing female Marine number 3.
You gotta start somewhere. And then what I didn't know until I just brought up her IMDb to make sure I got the name of the show right, is she's actually in Star Wars The Clone Wars, because today in her Instagram story they went to Galaxy's Edge, and she said, I hope Bo-Katan is somewhere around here. And I'm like, who the fuck is Bo-Katan? Apparently, that's the character she voices for Star Wars Clone Wars.
Yes, it is.
So that makes a lot more sense now.
She's also in Star Wars Rebels as the same character.
She was in The Flash.
Yep.
So,
but I liked her in Longmire. She was also in Futurama.
Apparently, she was on CSI for 3 episodes. 24, she was on. I never watched 24.
I didn't either. I didn't have the patience for it. Takes like a day to watch it.
But no, she's not that much younger than us. She's only 3 years younger, which is still older than my wife, so still very much in that bonable stage.
Yep. All right, it's time to cut this shit off.
It is.
I think we rambled for an hour and 30 minutes.
No, we rambled for about 45 minutes, and we bitched at Skype for about a half hour.
Yeah, and I peed. So there you go.
Yes.
God, I had a piss.
Okay, kids.
Like, subscribe.
Yes, do everything he does. YouTube, ring that bell. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Hulk it out. Yeah. Did you notice that's the new thing YouTubers do when they end the video? They go, like they just put their hand over the camera. I'm like, why?
What? Welcome to 1970s television.
Yeah.
You know, it's just been around forever.
Trevor out,
It's
like, I don't get it, but these kids today. But yes, like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumb up your ass. I really don't care.
Yeah.
We know the 3 people who listen to it, and one of them's on here.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep. So,
thanks, Jason Percival.
In 2 weeks, I believe we'll be good for recording. The kids will be back in school, and so that's actually not bad at all. So,
no,
I go back to my regular work schedule, which is actually a lot nicer than what I do now. Which is I work too much, where now I'm limited to 5 hours a day once the kids go back to school.
That's all right, though.
It is. I'd rather a 5-hour day than sometimes 10-hour days down there.
True.
So, okay, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. 440-something podcast. I'm Trevor Schaefer, and that guy is...
I am Jerry Mullen. Help me!
And next time we'll try to get Jerry out of the box.
Yes.
Later, guys.